Yeah, that video was recorded, but only I was not able to hear your voice. Okay, so first step we need to design a map. Okay, so to design a map, we need to write the BMS code. Okay, for that we need a library. So tac krishna.maplib. So inside this, I will write the code to design maps. Maps are nothing but CICS screens. So after coding this macro to design the maps, then we need to compile this macro to generate machine code. Okay, then we need to, so when we compile this macro, we get a copybook. So we get a copybook. Like for DB2, how we get a copybook? For all table fields, we get a copybook, right? DCL gen like that. Same way for all fields on the map, so we get a copybook. Copybook means the field definitions. Those those variables we use in the program. Okay, we'll show you how that copybook look like and how we code. And then after generating this copybook, so this copybook we call it as symbolic map. So physical map, symbolic map. We have two types of maps. Okay, physical map means what we can see. Physical map. It's actual screen. What we can say. Symbolic map means, so this is a copybook of the fields which are present on physical map. Present on physical map. Okay, so if you take an example, this is a physical map. Customer details. This customer account is a field. Customer name. So these are the fields. Okay, for these fields, when we compile the macro, so we get two outputs. One is this physical map, and other one is symbolic map. Symbolic map means it contains these variable definitions. So we need to refer these variables in COBOL program, right? To refer them, we need variables. We need to define those variables, right? So that variables will be generated. That variable definition will be generated after compilation of that map code, which is like BMS macro. So that is we call as symbolic map. Okay, so let's see how that look like. So after doing these two things, we have to do installation, installing of that map in CICS region. So we do define install. We have two commands for everything here, and to set up these maps and programs or transaction and all these entries in DB2 tables. So I told in previous class, for online programs, we do not have JCL. We have CICS control tables where we keep the information, the program name, file names, DB2, any DB2 names, and the load module and all. We keep in CICS control tables. Okay, to insert the things in this control table, to insert, or we can we can say insert only. To insert the program, insert the map, or we can say program details. Like what are details like map name, the screen name, map name, files used in the program, so database used in the program, or tables used in the program, and the transaction ID of the program. So we need to define and install these things, okay, on CICS screen. So for that we use command called CEDA. Okay, CEDA means stands for CICS execution. DA means check diagnostics something. So Nagul, do you remember exactly what is DA? CEDA definition?
లేదు సార్.
Okay, CEDA. me CICS commands. A full form I will tell that.
Execution diagnostic authority.
CICS execute definition and administration on.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. We have that CEDA. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for checking. Yeah, CICS execution, like diagnostic something. It can be
Dynamic allocation and CCA and
dynamic allocation. Right.
dynamic allocation CDA.
Yeah, yes, correct. So this is a command. So everything, you know, this CEDA, these commands like CEDA, we have again CI command. This we use to send them to run the commands, to run the CICS commands on screen on CICS region. Okay. So instead of this CICS commands, manam program lo pedtam in general in between exec CICS and exec. Okay. So instead of that, we can also execute these commands on CICS screen. These are called as using the CECA. It is used to. I will introduce them later. Okay, just. So we'll go step by step. Okay, so we have to install, define, and install all these parameters like all these things. So map name, files, program also. Program also we have to define and install in CICS region. Then only we can connect. Okay, so so we'll show you how we do that. I'm sharing my mainframe screen. I'm not getting that other sharing option. Okay. So this is the screen. Let's code the macro. I'm editing this map library. So already I have two maps, two macros coded. So I will use another one. So I will copy. I'll create another one, MAC PS. So map. So transaction ID I'm giving like so our login ID is MAC, right? MAT. So transaction ID I want to give 4-byte transaction ID like MAC3. MAC3. This is my transaction ID. Okay. So as per that I'm giving some name. So you can give any name. Just I'm using same MAC PS3. So you can copy. You can create a member like that also. Otherwise we'll do simply. So I will do open, cut, and create new members. MAC map set 3. Pasting this code here. So we'll change the map set name to 3. Wherever is PS1, we'll change to 3. Okay. So this is employee thing. So I don't want this employee one. I will change. I will take this customer. I want to design customer screen. Okay, so change this one 2 to 3. So here this one, so type, it generally have two options, type equal to dissect. So dissect means it will generate symbolic map. Okay, like I said right just now, symbolic map, physical map. So when we use type equals dissect, it will use symbolic map. It will generate symbolic map. So once we compile this macro, we get symbolic map. So when we use type equal map, we get only physical map. We will not get symbolic map. To get only physical map means screen okate generated. The output will get only screen physical map. Okay, the output type will be decided based on this type parameter. So CISPA means it will take by default. It will generate both symbolic map and also physical map. Okay, we'll show you what are that. So so this is the macro we have coded. So these are not required, not that important. We don't see this in general. So just to, so maybe it is like DSATTS means data set attributes or something. So it is saying color and highlight them, and map attributes. MAP ATTS means map attributes, like that. It is these are optional. So if I come, this is a macro I coded, right? So I need a compile JCL, okay, to compile this macro. So anything, either it is a COBOL program or macro. So same as COBOL program, how we compile that, same way we have to compile this macro. So for that we have separate compile JCL. Just a second. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. So this is JCL. So I have map compile JCL here. Find on map. So we will get this. This is the map compile JCL. So this is the proc. Inside proc, you will have this utility. What? So if you submit, you can see that expanded proc statement. So I'm submitting. So give your library here, source library. So we have a coded map here, right? So give this library, source library, and give them this macro name, this member name, MACMPS3 we have given. Create one. So we have already copybook library, right? So I'm using same copybook library. So just submit this. So it is compiled. So after compilation, you can see this symbolic map will be generated in this copybook. Okay. Okay, you can see MAC PS3 we have compiled now. So you can see this is the symbolic map. This we call it as symbolic map. This is nothing but variable definition. So whatever fields or variables we have on the screen, to communicate with the screen, we need variables, right? To pass the data, to carry data. Okay, program communicate with the screen using these variables. Okay, we get these variables like this. Okay, after compilation of this macro, we got one output is this one. Okay, symbolic map. Other output is we get physical map. Physical map means that map what we can see actually. Okay, let's see. So we have compiled. Then what we have to do is we have to define and install this map to see on CICS region. Okay, I'm logging out from this region and I will do reconnect. So CICS region I'm going, CICS one. Here I will use MATE AC SVT, my password. So here we have to do define and install of that map. So CEDA CICS execution dynamic allocation, CEDA define. We have to give that map name, map set name. So the syntax we have, it is like just checking. So we have to give group name and the map set name. So map set name we give here. So we do everything on map set level. So map set is a collection of maps. So generally we may have sometimes more than one map. So general we can have one map. Okay. So CEDA define map set name. So what is our map set name is nothing but that macro member name. Or if inside that we have the name, same name we have given inside that also. MAC PS MAC, what is the name we have given? MAC MPS2 MPS3 we have given now, and group name. So we need to use a group name. So under this group, all are tagged to this group. So each application has their own group. Okay, in a company they have different mainframe applications. So each application they have their own group name and naming convention. They have like map name. They one application has different map, different naming convention. So by looking this MEA, you can say this is that particular application. Like that, we need to follow the naming convention. So this is defining map. So if you press enter there, you can see here message at the bottom, define successful. Okay, and then you have to install this one. INS install, you can type, or you can type full word install INSTALL, like that also it will work. So if you press enter here, you can see install successful at the bottom. So we have installed the map, define and install on CICS region. Okay, if you want to see that is working install correctly or not, just clear the screen. So here press F3 button to end this to close this screen, press F3 here. Okay, then here on your one of the window you can see clear button. So here you can clear this. Then I want to see whether that map install is working or fine or not. So for that we use the command CICS execution. CI means I think interpreter, CICS interpreter or something. So this one we use to execute the commands on command interpreter. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mallikarjun. So CICI command we use here to run the CICS commands online. So మనం SQL commands మనం ఎట్లా స్పూఫీ అనే టూల్ లో రన్ చేస్తామో సేమ్ వే మీరు CICS commands ఆన్లైన్ లో రన్ చేయాలంటే you have to use this CICS command. So I want to run the command. This stands for CICS execution command interpreter. Okay, so like this we have 4 commands: CEDA1, CECA, and CEMT. So that and we have CEDF. I will explain them when it come into picture. Okay, so now I want to execute the command send map name. So my map name is, what is the map? So map name we have customer inquiry. So inside that macro we have map name against the DFH MSD DFH MDA map related macro where we can see map name. So I will show you after close running this one. So let me try to share two screens, complete screen. Change my settings. I cannot share complete desktop here. So you can open two screens at a time. One is on TSO region, one is CICS region. Like that, you can share. You can open. Okay, let me execute this one first, then we'll show you. Okay, CICS send map name and map set. This map set where it present. Map set name. What we have map set name is MAC MPS2. MAC MPS2. So if you submit this command, if you press enter again, so you can see the map is displayed. So our map is installed successfully, right? So did I use MS2 or MS3? We changed to MS3, right? Let me recheck. Okay, MS2 use. So, now we are using MS3 map set. MS3. Okay. Yeah, MS3 also installed successfully now. Okay, you can see this is the screen. This is dummy screen. We didn't give any connection with program. So now we have to code the program to read the data from this screen and to send data to this screen. We need to code the COBOL program. Okay. So for that, I will go to TSO again. I am doing reconnect, or you can do F3 here. F3 again. You can clear screen and sign off CESF. Good, like that you can give some command. So here you can log off from that region. Then go to TSO region. Log in with your credentials. So I will show again that macro. Just want to show that map set name. Okay, this is map set name. Okay. So this is the macro. DFHMSD stands for define field hierarchy map set definition. Behind beside this macro name, we have the map set name. This is map set macro. Okay, this is map set name. This is map macro. Okay, map definition interpreter, MDI, define field hierarchy map definition interpreter. So for this is map level macro. For this is, you can see, map name. So I use the command there. What commands we use now there? C to define, what I use, CEDA define map set name, map set. This name I have given there on online screen. Map set name, and we use the group of that application. So there is it. So when you log in with MateAC will become your group. Like that, here they are following standards. So after this definition, then we need to install after defining. So install, again execute the same command. Then the map will be installed in CICS region. To check that whether it is installed correctly or not, you can use CECI command, CICS command, send command. Send means sending map to user. From CICS perspective, that the map will be sent to user. So users means like the customers or whoever. Okay, sending map name. This is the map name here. Okay, so in this you will have only one MDI. Okay, one under MDI we will have the corresponding field. These are all MDFs. Okay, so whatever is present just beside this MDI, that is map name. So CST customer inquiry is my map name. CST inquiry. Okay, and map set name. So in which map set it is present? It is present in this map set. This is the map set name. So like this, we have to execute this command, send map. So it will send this map to the user. So the map, whatever you saw there on CICS region, that we call as physical map. Okay. Now we have to code the COBOL program to access that screen, online screen. Okay. So let's see how the code look like. So I want to use new name. So this is existing code. I want to use and create new entry. Okay. That one I tested yesterday. So this is a new program, MAC PGM3. So this program I want to use to communicate with that map, customer inquiry map. Okay. So here I'm taking some temporary variables here. So working storage section we use for temporary variables, like you can use any variables. Here I'm using some customer account variable as temporary variable in SQL code to validate SQL error. So this is a program. What we are writing is it is like complete like COBOL. It is a COBOL DB2 and CICS program. So this program has DB2 and CICS. DB2 means it has SQL statements, SQL commands to fetch data from table and display on the screen based on customer account number. Okay, so when we give customer account number, it will on the screen and press enter, it will show the customer name on the screen. And that's why for that purpose we are using SQLs in this program. That's why we call it as DB2, COBOL plus DB2. And we are using online screen, okay, which is interact with users. So that's why we are calling as COBOL DB2 CICS program. Okay, to send the map, to receive the data from map, so we use CICS commands. So it looks like everything is same. These are comments. Okay, so this is comments where you can start. You can start in column 7. This is column 5, 6, 7. Whatever when if you give star in this column 7, it will be treated as comment. Right. So I have identification division here, program ID, and environment division. So I'm not using any files. This is not required. Also, this environment division is not required. Not mandatory. When you do not use files, you can delete also. But as per standards, I'm just keeping this line. Then we have data division where we have variable definition. These are temporary variables. That's why I defined under working storage section. And even this copy books and all we define in working storage section. So out of 3 sections we have in data division, especially so other than file variables, file section especially used for file variables. Okay. Other than file variables, and we have special purpose like linkage section. Linkage section is used to define external variables. So when we pass data from JCL to COBOL from PALM parameter, those variables we define under linkage section, and we receive data from external program into subprogram. We define the variables under linkage section. So other than these 2 sections, file section, other than these 2 scenarios, like other than file variables, other than external variables, all other can be treated as temporary variables. Okay, that's why all other variables, whatever the variable, it is COBOL variable or DB2 variable, CICS map related variables, whatever the variable, we define all of them under working storage section. Okay, so these 3 are direct variables. Okay, individual variables, we can say only 0, 1 level is there. There is no sub levels. We can say independent or individual variable. And then we have for DB2 we have already seen, right? So we have SQL CA. So this will contain SQL status code, status message, and other fields. So these are like default copybook available. So we just need to use include statement. to use this copybook in this program. Okay, so after keeping some label here to come here quickly. Okay, so dot A, if you keep dot A, you can come back here when if you go down. So if I will search an SQL code, okay, this SQL code is a variable which is present in that SQL CA copybook. Okay, like that we have default copybooks in SQL DB2, SQL CA that is called. So SQL CA stands for Structured Query Language Communication Area. To communicate with DB2, whether SQL command is success or failure, we can come to know that by checking this SQL code. SQL code 0 and success, 100 and there is no record in the table. Other than 0, 100 and there is some error, negative values. Okay, similar to that, we have default variables in the CICS. So these default copybooks, CICS copybooks. Okay, so those are like DFH aid, DFH BMSCA. So DFH aid means these are important copybooks. So the DFH means always it's same terminology, defined field hierarchy. Defined field hierarchy. AID means attenuation identifier. So means this will contain the function key definitions. If you press F1 on your laptop, on the CICS screen, it will, we can say, if press F1, display help menu. If I split something F2, update, clear the screen. If I press F3, I want to go back to previous screen. Like that function keys setup, you can do using these variables. DFH8 is a copybook which has function key definitions. Okay, I will show you how it look like when we compile this program. These will be expanded. There I can show what variables it have and how we use them. Okay, so in the program, if you see, let me find DFH8 variables example. Okay, this is DFH clear. DFH clear is a DFH8 variable. This is a copybook. So DFH8 has these fields: EIB8. Sorry, these fields: DFH clear, DFH PF1, PFA. PA1 means if you press. So these are different keys we have on mainframe. We can see, we cannot see these screens PA1, PA2, PA3. Manaku mee keyboard lo kanipichavi. We have screens like this. When you, if you press here and something, you can see PA1, PA2, PA3. These are additional function keys to do some special activities. So we don't like to clear screens and all those things. We use this. So like that. So we have this variable defined under the DFH8 copybook. So it will have PA1, PA2, PA3, and it will also have DFH PF3. PF3 means mana keyboard lo F3 annattu. Okay, so DFH PF1, PF7, like that we can define anything whatever we want. So ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే when DFH clear అంటే clear button నొక్కినప్పుడు ఏం కావాలి, low values means zeros move అవ్వాలి కస్టమర్ నంబర్ లోకి, కస్టమర్ ఎంక్వైరీ output. So this is the output variable. So if you before explaining this map, I have to show the how symbolic map look like. So these variables I will explain later. So I'll after compiling this program. After compiling this program, you will see the variable expansion there. Okay, let's compile quickly and see. Okay, so this is DFH8. DFH BMSCA, it is the default copybook. It has additional information which will be updated automatically. So these copybooks are updated automatically whenever a CICS command is executed. Like how SQL CA copybook updated automatically whenever a select query or delete query, whatever is executed, this will automatically updated. System will update this. It will update like SQL code automatically updated with the status code like 0 means successful execution like that. So like that we have two copybooks here, DFH aid, DFH BMS CA, these two things. And then so we are using, this is symbolic map. So we compile MAC MPS3, right? So this is symbolic map. So this copybook expanded from this library. So let's go again into symbolic map where we have that in copybook library. Okay, this is generated, right, when we compile that macro. So this is symbolic map. Okay, so so for each field on the CICS screen, you can see 5 fields generated in this symbolic map. Okay, I want to show 2 screens, but it is not allowing here. Okay. Just change screen share options. Let me update the options quickly. Okay, it is updated. So I will stop share and again will share. Okay, let me rejoin the meeting just a second. So then only changes will be reflected. Okay, just re-log in quickly.